Please turn to page 8
Page 8.
in your user manual.
Okay. There's no numbers here, bro.
Show your page.
Okay.
You got the... I have the monitor. And
I got the center channel.
this kind of looks... I mean, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
If you look at the specs on both of these, they have the monitor 8, 1723 monitor 8, and the
Center
1723 center 8.
Sealed vented enclosure.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, you go to the monitor.
No, these are exactly the same.
I'm on the center. You go to the monitor. Okay, I'm gonna read this.
Okay.
You verify. Two-way.
28
28mm tweeter. 2 by 8 inch. Sealed/vented. High density fiberboard. Crossover 1500. Sensitivity 89 dB.
Yep.
Frequency response sealed 58 to 20K. 2 vents 34 to 20K.
Yep. Yep.
That's it. Impedance 4 ohms. I think that's
it.
Yeah, up to 400 watts RMS. Yeah.
I guess what they probably changed is the back plate, so that
one's horizontal, one's vertical, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and then the logo. What's the logo like?
Oh yeah.
Where's the logo?
Yeah. Oh, there's no logo.
Oh no, it's at the very bottom. It's at the very bottom on the monitor.
So between the monitor 8 and the center, they've changed the
logo location and the back plate.
Okay.
Orientation. Ooh, fancy.
So we listened to this thing. You know, we just reviewed the 1723 towers, and this is supposed to be the matching center to those.
Center 8.
And if I'm to look at both of them, they looks like the tower minus the bottom 2.
Yeah, they like chopped it off, right?
This thing is
essentially huge. It's giant.
This thing is huge for a center.
He didn't believe me that it wouldn't fit behind the screen. I was 100%. I was like, it's not gonna fit, bro.
That's a problem, man.
Yeah, it is.
I'm gonna have to do something about adding a spacer so that my screen comes out further, so I can put this behind it. Cause this is not gonna work. This whole situation here,
where it's like in front of the screen, yeah.
But you know, one thing about center channel speakers, and the reason why they have one that's a center and a monitor, is the orientation, right? Whether it's up and down. This is an MTM design, mid-range tweeter, mid-range. And when it's up and down, you actually are supposed to get better horizontal directivity. So the change when you move off axis should be more similar when it's vertical versus when it's horizontal.
Okay.
You get some lobing issues, things like that with an MTM. Now
with the MTM on its side, you get lobing issues.
Yeah.
Like a normal
as you get further off axis.
Okay. Got
now, the question is, we were listening to some music. We were changing various seats. Did you hear the difference between it vertically versus setup?
Horizontally?
What it was, landscape versus portrait?
Exactly.
So, in landscape mode, did you hear a difference? It's supposed to be worse this way.
I'll tell you which one I preferred.
Okay.
I preferred landscape.
What?
Yeah.
That's so anti-measurement. I mean... I'll tell you right now.
You know why? Because in the middle, when it was standing straight up, it was screaming at you. It was screaming at you if you were in the middle. If you were off to the sides, it wasn't screaming as much.
I think partially because when it's set up this way, it's lower. Also,
it's lower. Yeah.
So now we're off axis vertically, right? So it's a little bit less. When you're directly on that thing,
man, it was loud, dude. It was like It seemed overly bright.
It's a little bit.
It
sounds bright to me.
Okay.
Right?
It was like overly bright. And when like we were playing like some rock music, what was it? Creep? Yeah, Radiohead. Like it was just in these two seats, it was rough. But the edges were fine.
Yeah. So what I heard as I went further off axis, whether it's in portrait mode or landscape mode, was just a drop in the level.
Volume, yeah.
I didn't hear any tonal changes. Now, if I played pink noise and we were to move seat to seat, would I hear a difference? Probably. Because the measurements don't lie. It is worse off axis when you have it in this landscape mode here. But I don't know that somebody would notice just normal listening.
Right? Like regular content.
Regular content. You want to say, hey, can I switch seats with you? The vocals aren't very good right here. Can I switch?
Be like, okay, they're shouting at me over here. I'd gladly switch.
Yeah, so I agree with you. They sound a little bit bright.
Whoa.
I'm going to let you finish making your video, but I need to tell everyone about the Spatial Audio Calibration Toolkit first. This thing is insane. It helped me dial in all of my 9.1.4 Atmos surround sound system, set the crossovers on all 4 of my subs, and stress test everything so I could get every last penny out of all the gear I bought. This is a must-have. Go to spatialcd.com right now and get your copy.
Gosh, Reed, that was rude.
Totally rude.
I did try them with it sealed.
Yeah, yeah, we did. We went
with
back,
the 2 ports. Now, according to the specs, they don't like it when we read from the manufacturer stuff. But
so let's do it.
Yeah, I think I have measurements on these also, so I verify this stuff. But so far, from everything that I've measured versus what they say, everything lines up. So I kind of trust what they say here. So they say sealed 58 hertz to 20 kilohertz plus or minus 3 dB. And vented, so you have to take out both ports, it goes down to 34. That's a pretty
big jump.
I don't know that with the music that I was listening to that I personally heard that difference. I'm going to have it up against the wall, so it needs to be sealed.
Oh, right.
I mean, it's going to be right up against the wall.
Yeah, it will. It will. There's no space back there.
So, recommended amplifier up to 400 watts RMS. That's a lot.
I wish I had my Parasound A51.
Oh, yeah.
I wish I had time to grab that thing.
Yeah, I'll put you right on axis right here. Play the same songs. Bump 400 watts through that thing. That'll sound nice. Now,
no.
We're pretty close to it because I couldn't put it behind the screen. I'm wondering if they made it partially bright because...
They probably imagine it being behind a screen?
Possibly. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm not making excuses for these guys. They did send this out free for me to review, along with a bunch of other Arendal speakers.
Arendal.
Yeah.
On the way to Rivendell.
Yeah. So, yeah, they sent these out to me free. I'm allowed to say whatever I want. They don't get to review this. They didn't send them to him. He can say whatever he wants. You can say whatever you want.
Yeah. You know what's interesting? So maybe that could be the issue on why it's like overly bright. Remember when I had that roll-up screen and I had those Martin Logans, you're like, hey, run your Odyssey while the screen is up.
Okay.
Because it wasn't an AT screen.
Yeah.
And when I had the screen down and I listened, it was like overly bright.
Yeah.
Right? So like the, highs have to get through the screen. So maybe, I don't know.
This is an AT screen, but it does lower the treble.
Yeah, I would imagine. I mean, it's a piece of cloth. Oh, the other difference is that the monitors are sold as a pair. This is sold by itself.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. So the Tower 8, does this sound tonally like the other ones? I would assume it would above
a certain threshold,
yeah. The thing is that when you have the bass drivers on the towers, it shifts
everything, yeah.
It shifts what, your perception of that. It might sound bright, but then if you have some bass that's going along with it,
relatively, it'd be like almost balanced, yeah.
Now, most people are going to run this with a crossover, right?
Yes.
Is this the same 89 dB? No. The other one's
more sensitive.
It was 90 something, yeah. So, which makes sense.
Good thing we have our cheat sheet.
Yeah.
92.
92
so
versus
pretty
89.
Close. 89, 92.
So what that's telling me is, of course, the bottom 2 drivers on the towers are contributing to the efficiency.
Sure.
Right? Yeah. Most people are going to cross this over probably 60 and up. 60 hertz, 80 hertz. That's a normal crossover region for these. Same thing that I said about the other ones. Build quality, awesome. Right?
Yes.
Check. Looks, I like the way they look. They don't have any angle like the other one does. The other one has a...
the rake. This does not have a rake.
Yeah, so...
Or a lean back.
No lean back.
There's no rock away.
I like the magnetic grill.
Yep.
They're using strong magnets on there. Check this out. Yeah.
Oh, the logo's magnetic.
Yeah. That's kind of cool. These are sharp. Holy.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, if you needed for whatever reason to turn this, you could. Right?
No. I guess if you're doing it sideways. No, not for that. If you're doing it sideways.
Yeah, if you want to do it vertically.
No, but you can put it at the bottom. You can put it anywhere. It's a magnet, right?
Oh, yeah.
There, yeah. Right?
There it is.
Here.
You're
Come on,
pretty
man.
smart, dude. You're a
Hey,
smart dude.
you know, that's what they say.
Oh, but this has an indent.
Oh, look, there's one there.
Oh, it does too. So look, I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
There's
There you
indent
go.
here
There's an indent
and
there.
here. So I actually can.
So depending on whatever orientation you want to have the center channel, you can, and you can put it upright.
There you go.
Isn't that upside down?
There you go.
Come on, get it right, buddy.
Yeah. No, that's it.
It's upside down.
Is their logo a V or an A?
Flip it over, bro.
Why would they have a V as their logo?
I don't know, man.
Tell me.
Look it down there. Look.
Oh man, and now I'm confused.
It's upside down. It's got to be a V, bro. It's
Look,
a V.
Wouldn't you think Arendal? You'd do it like this? No, it's like this.
It's Verendel.
Verendel.
You go to see the elves. That's
There
why.
you go.
That's where the V comes from.
So how much are these? Do we know?
That I don't know. We got to look that up.
So there it is right there. You can see the matching towers. And yeah, they're big. They're big. I'm going to have to make some
17.
adjustments. My screen up there, I'm going to need to add a spacer to make this work.
Okay, $12.99 each.
This looks like a Playboy logo, no? From afar.
Oh yeah, it could be.
What's up?
Could be.
All right, Playboy. So how much is it? How much is this thing?
$12.99.
$12.99.
Yeah.
What do you think of the price?
For one speaker, that's kind of pricey. Kind of pricey.
So somebody who's buying this is not just buying it by itself for no reason, right?
Right.
You're buying this because you already spent the money on the two
towers
or bookshelf speakers or whichever ones. That's up there.
Yeah, if we're talking about the towers are $1,800 each, right? You're like at $4,000. So now you're over, $5,000, getting into $5,200, $5,300 for 3 speakers.
See, I'm cheap. Right? That would be rough for me, right? But somebody who has, just money flowing, they might not mind that price so much. Maybe they're going to look at the whole system like, how much is the entire thing? As long as you can keep it under 10, you know what I mean? That's how they talk, right?
I don't know, man.
That's how people like this guy talk.
I know, maybe
Keep it under 10.
Maybe a few years ago, but now definitely not.
Yeah.
Definitely not. Keep it under $10.
Just keep it.
And we're good.
It's just tough. It's just tough for me. I got to be honest with you guys. It's tough for me when. How much did you buy your C6 center for?
$105.
$105. So I'm not saying that this is not worth it. If you have the 2 towers, what are you gonna get?
You gotta get this. You gotta get this. If you're already in, with the elves, you gotta just go whole hog and jump into the Arendal. So
yeah, that's a rough one.
And then the surrounds.
I see why people buy the
surround
expensive
backs.
cable while they're at it.
Might as well.
You could probably keep it under 10 and then throw in those expensive cables.
Bump up to 15.
You may never see it. Yeah, that's tough. See, it's easier for me to say, oh, the floor standers are worth it,
right,
at their price because you can use them on their own.
Right.
This, you're not going to use this on its own. It's just that you have to buy it with these.
Yeah. And chances are with the. We're still. This is still this thing's not going in a living room. Like, this is going to be for a dedicated space, right? Like, there's no way that would fly in my old living room, in my old home, right? It just wouldn't.
I would say it's good looking enough, and they have a few different color options where.
Oh, the white is sexy.
It could.
The flat white.
If you had a big living room, right?
Yeah.
Big old living room, have some nice stands. It could work.
It could work, yeah.
Nice
97-inch OLED.
Not my living room. Not my living room. So I think it depends, right? For me, I'm definitely going to want to use these behind the acoustic transparent screen.
Yep.
In which case, I don't even get to see it. I only get to hear it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they do play loud. They play loud just like the towers.
Mm-hmm.
And
clean.
Loud, clean. I would definitely want to tame the treble on pretty much all of them. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else has said that in other reviews. I know a lot of people have reviewed these, but Treble is a little bit hot.
I mean, nothing that can't be fixed.
It could, it can be my room too. I don't know. It's not super reverberant in here, but sounded a little bit hot. It can be fixed, like you're saying. You know, the directivity on these, you can check out reviews from Aaron's Audio Corner. He has the monitor.
Aaron from Arendal?
Arendal's, yes. Yeah. And Amir. So Aaron and Amir both have reviews of the this Arendal 1723, but they reviewed the monitors.
Yeah.
And directivity on them looks awesome, which means that you can EQ these. Right? What else?
If you don't know about directivity, you got to watch his video.
Yes. What else can we say about these? Yeah, definitely I'd want to use my magic beans to kind of tame these a little bit. I'd have to see how this sounds behind the screen. It may sound completely different. What else can we say about it? It's the center channel. It matches the other ones. They're heavy. These are heavy.
Yeah.
What else? There's not much else to say about this particular speaker. They look nice. I love the recessed terminals. The terminals look very nice on this. But let's be honest. You're going to buy this because you already have some Arendal speakers. Now, the question might be, should you just get something from their lower line?
The S line? Is that the
they
S
have
line?
I don't know. Do they have a smaller version of this? Because these are using...
this is the surround 8. Or sorry, this is the center 8. Is there a center 6?
It doesn't look like an 8-inch driver, but you're saying those
that's
are 8.
No, that's an 8-inch driver. Yeah.
That's hilarious. My first pair of speakers that I bought were some Kenwood speakers, and they had an 8-inch driver and a tweeter, and the box was much larger than this. This has 2 8s. Wow.
Is that the book for the 6? Where's the other book?
As with the towers, this does have a 10-year warranty. They have a 60-day, trial, so you can send them back if you don't like them. And just keep it by. They're heavy. What else do they have?
6.5-inch driver. So this is the 1723 center 6.
So they do have one from the same exact line, but with a 6-inch
with 6.5-inch driver.
What is the
same tweeter? Sensitivity is 88.7. Frequency we got sealed is 66. That makes sense, right? It's higher because of the
If the frequency
diameter.
response on that is the same.
59, 46, one vent, 59, 46, two vents.
Okay.
What's the price on this one? Let me see the price.
So, that might be a factor too. So let's say if you can't fit this, you may not need the dual 8s, then this is another option. They also have a different line that is less expensive. So pretty much everything I said about the towers, the aluminum waveguide, basically all that still applies here. You know what I like about this is they provide this, and then they have placement guides to show you how to tow it in. They even have one for the center speaker.
But the center S, let's see, maybe this is the 6-inch one. 1,049. So not
1,049. So what?
1,300. So 250.
Okay. 250. That's a difference.
250 price difference. Yeah.
Okay, $250 price difference. If you're spending this much, I don't know that it's a huge factor. It might just be a size thing. So what is the depth? My issue is the depth of this is too much.
Too big, yeah.
Yeah. Does that one say?
This website is not helping me, bro.
It's interesting. They say here also, for the best performance and tonal balance, the center channel speakers should be installed vertically. Yeah. They say it right there.
They say it.
It says here
12.5 inches on the smaller one. This one's 17, right? Didn't you just measure
it was like
it?
16-ish. 16-ish.
40 centimeters.
So that one would fit.
That one would fit when you. So yeah, 15.7-ish.
What's interesting, they're talking about the crossover frequency. They said, as previously mentioned, increased tweeter efficiency allows a lower crossover than conventional systems. So the problems of off-axis comb filtering have been greatly reduced and downshifted to much less sensitive frequencies.
So it's a 1,500 hertz crossover on both centers.
Okay. And then whilst positioning has been relatively unproblematic to achieve for the front, left, and right loudspeakers, owing to the spatial freedom they enjoy, the center channel will have to deal with the small matter of fitting in where your screen needs to go.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I like how they put relatively. Relatively.
In parentheses and with an exclamation point.
Well, there's nothing much else to say about this thing. I don't know. You have the ability to buy wire this. I don't know that I'd want to do that with a
Buy
center
amp or
channel.
buy
Buy
wire.
amp, buy wire. I'm not a fan. Sorry if you are. You're free to do whatever you'd like. Thanks for helping me out though.
Hey, no worries.
Yeah,
I'm excited for.
I'm excited to kind of get them all set up and hear how they all sound together.
Yeah, hurry up, dude. Come on.
Need to move my screen now. If you enjoyed this review of the Arendal center channel speaker, make sure to check out my review of their tower speakers.